I'm also shocked that Beyonce's nowhere on this list.
But God had other plans for me, and I was able to create in ways that were like very sincere and genuine or organic and authentic to the things that I love.
I wish that Beyonce held off on this whole album until Prince, until this entire weekend kind of blew over.
It seems like Wendy Williams just leaked Rihanna's footage that JayZ allegedly begged her to keep hidden, and it might be bigger than anyone expected.
Gorgeous, a stab to my self-esteem.
According to the reports, this clip could tie Jay directly to the ongoing Diddy investigation and possibly land him in court. She claims the footage holds key details that connect major players in the industry, and Jay's been scrambling to keep it buried.
There was Diddy, and there was a male celebrity who was unnamed at the time, and also a female celebrity.
Well, that unnamed celebrity is now named. She refiled the lawsuit on Sunday.
Is this the smoking gun that could drag him into Diddy's legal firestorm? Let's break it down. Wendy Williams has been in the news a lot lately. First, people were talking about her health issues, then her money problems. But what really got everyone's attention was a rumor that she said something about Beyonce. Now, Jaguar Wright is speaking out, saying Beyonce is such a smart manipulator that she could easily ruin Wendy's career if she wanted to.
I just said I'm a fan, but we have to call a spade a spade.
The internet is going crazy with talk that Beyonce didn't rise to the top without making a few enemies. Some people say she's copied other artists or forced them out of the spotlight. There are even rumors that stars like her shut down up-and-coming talent by taking their work and paying them to stay quiet. Normally, this kind of thing might not be a huge deal, but this is Beyonce, a superstar who's always had a clean image with her fans and the media.
Oh, Beyonce. Yeah, right?
Being accused of using her power to shut down rising artists is a serious claim, and it's no shock that many fans quickly brushed off what Wendy Williams said. They believe that even if Beyonce isn't perfect, she wouldn't go that far just to stay on top. But now, there's talk that some insiders, including Wendy, have shared so-called receipts that might actually support these claims.
The alleged woman over in allegedly Trinidad with the alleged 10-year-old alleged son, allegedly by JayZ. Beyonce's trying to keep up with her.
Wendy Williams, known for her bold gossip show, has never been afraid to call out Hollywood's biggest names. Lately, she's been in the spotlight even more for revealing some major secrets about the industry. But now, it looks like she might be dealing with serious backlash, just like others who've spoken out before. She is taking jabs at Rihanna and, of course, Beyonce and JayZ. Rihanna was under a lot of pressure from the very people who were supposed to support her career, especially JayZ and Diddy. While Diddy, Rihanna, and JayZ have always been famous, recent news has revealed more about their complicated relationships. Diddy and JayZ have known each other for a long time, but now people are paying more attention to their connection because rumors about JayZ's past behavior are coming back. For years, there have been whispers that JayZ's relationship with Rihanna was far from professional.
I met her that day. I knew she was a star. Like, just her look, the way she walked into a room.
There were rumors that Beyonce's 2006 breakup song, Ring the Alarm, was about Rihanna, with JayZ being called a dog in the lyrics. But Beyonce's team said that wasn't true. So, what really happened? According to writer J. Randy Taraborelli, JayZ never cheated on Beyonce. He said the rumors were made up by Rihanna's publicist, Jonathan Hay, to help her career. In 2015, Hay told the New York Daily News in an email that he made up the story, apologized to JayZ and Rihanna, and said it was very awkward.
JayZ and Rihanna never did the nasty.
They did not do the nasty, Wendy.
Rihanna's connection with JayZ goes back to 2004, when she was called to the Def Jam Recordings office. At that time, JayZ was the big boss as the president. Rihanna, a young singer from Barbados, said she felt really nervous meeting him. In a 2007 interview with The Guardian, she talked about how scared she was when she first saw him. She joked, "I was like, oh God, he's right there. I can't look, I can't look, I can't look." Their friendship has lasted a long time, despite rumors. When Rihanna was announced as the headliner for the 2023 Super Bowl halftime show, JayZ quickly congratulated her, even though there were some rumors and challenges, like talks about an affair in 2005. It's clear that Rihanna and JayZ care about each other and support each other's careers.
When I met her that day, I knew she was a star. Like, just her look, the way she walked into a room and her confidence, and she performed in my office.
It's hard to imagine a time when everyone didn't see how talented Rihanna is. But that's what happened when she first auditioned for JayZ, who was running Def Jam Records back then. Despite the success that followed her audition and securing a record deal with JayZ, Rihanna still experienced nerves during that pivotal moment. As a teenager from Barbados meeting one of the most influential figures in the music industry, it's completely understandable. Rihanna later reminisced about the nerve-wracking experience via her Instagram story, admitting, "Feels like just yesterday I was shaking in the hallways of Def Jam waiting to audition for Jay," as reported by the Evening Standard. In a similar account shared with The Guardian in 2007, Rihanna described the intense anxiety she felt during her audition for JayZ. She remembered being incredibly quiet, shy, and feeling a chill throughout the process. She expressed the surreal feeling of sitting across from the iconic JayZ. "I remember being extremely quiet. I was very shy. I was cold the entire time. I had butterflies. I'm sitting across from JayZ. Like, JayZ. I was starstruck." Fans noticed the changed behavior of JayZ. One person wrote, "He was so rude and undermined her with his attitude. Imagine how he treats her and others behind closed doors." Another one added, "I don't see how everyone is saying JayZ was being rude. He was just trying to be funny and make everyone laugh. And besides, Rihanna herself brought him on the stage." On winning Grammy occasion, one person said, "It's so clear that JayZ, he is the one who is giving the Grammy to people. That's why he is not that excited, and he want Riri to thank him for it." One other netizen said, "The Recording Academy robbed Rihanna's so many Grammys, but has an audacity to post her videos for views." Back in 2009, Chris Brown admitted to Rihanna, a shocking story that made headlines worldwide. But later, Chris shared another side of the story. He said Rihanna had given him herpes, which caused a lot of tension between them. In a $10 million lawsuit he filed on his own, Chris claimed that Rihanna didn't tell him about her condition. When he threatened to sue, he said things got worse. Chris said Rihanna hurt herself and made it look like he was the one who attacked her, turning the story around. In the lawsuit, Chris said Rihanna's attack wasn't just physical, but also mental. He explained that one morning he woke up with 3 blisters on his PP and panicked about his health and possibly spreading the infection. He said this discovery destroyed his relationship with Rihanna and ruined his plans to propose. Chris even wrote the song "Don't Wake Me Up" as a tribute to their relationship, which he believes ended because of what he called her betrayal.
Too much light in this window. Don't wake me up.
Chris's accusations didn't stop with the herpes claim. He said Rihanna's actions and lies cost him millions of dollars in lost endorsements and job chances. According to Chris, Rihanna's story about the assault was a planned move to make herself look better and hurt his career. These claims made the whole story behind their fight even more complicated. As people tried to make sense of these accusations, new rumors started to come out. Some wondered if Rihanna had given herpes to someone else. A model who had worked with her said he also got herpes after being with Rihanna, adding more controversy to the situation. Things get even more tangled when we look at where Rihanna might have caught the virus in the first place. Jaguar Wright, a well-known music industry figure known for revealing secrets, claimed that JayZ might have been the one who gave Rihanna herpes.
People don't understand what happened that night. And that's because JayZ worked so hard to change the narrative of that night.
Jaguar Wright claimed that JayZ, who was involved with many women, including younger artists like Rihanna, might have caught herpes and passed it on. Wright said JayZ had an affair with Rihanna early in her career at Def Jam, when he was her mentor. If this is true, it would put JayZ right in the middle of the whole scandal, linking his rumored affairs with Chris Brown's claim that he got herpes from Rihanna. This claim fits into the bigger story about JayZ's rumored cheating, which the media has talked about for years. JayZ even admitted to cheating on his wife, Beyoncé, which made people more curious about his possible relationships with other women like Rihanna. The timing of these rumors matches the time when JayZ and Rihanna were said to have been involved romantically. Rihanna's rise to fame started when she was just 15. She was discovered by record producer Evan Rogers while on vacation in Barbados. Rogers was impressed, saying, "If that girl can sing, then holy-ish." This led to her recording her first single, Pon de Replay, which was sent out to different record labels. By December 2004, Rihanna's demo reached JayZ at Def Jam, where he was president. He was so impressed with her that he allegedly told her there were only two ways to leave their meeting, either with a signed contract or through the window if she said no.
There are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal signed or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor. So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Rihanna signed with Def Jam that night, which started her fast rise to fame. With JayZ's help, she released many hit songs, including Umbrella, which became a worldwide favorite. People said they worked well together, but there were also rumors they were more than just business partners. Celebrity writer J. Randy Taraborelli said in his book, Becoming Beyoncé, the untold story that JayZ and Rihanna might have been romantically involved as early as 2005. The book says Beyoncé felt so upset about this that she briefly broke up with JayZ for a year because she was suspicious. What's worse is that this isn't the only time JayZ's name has been connected to troubling stories. He has faced several accusations about inappropriate behavior with young women in the music world. Some people also think that Diddy knows more about these things but isn't saying much. For example, Foxy Brown reportedly said that her path to becoming a famous rapper came with a price, and it happened when she was very young. Rumors say she claimed JayZ, who was 27 then, took her VTY when she was only 15. The story goes that JayZ paid for her shopping trips and pampered her with hair and nail treatments while she was still in high school, all to get close to her.
In the beginning, we'd jump in the van, we'd go to Maryland, we'd go anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
But wait, there's more. Allegedly, JayZ, according to Foxy, has a thing for trans people. The claim is that she said she discovered this after one began calling and harsing her shortly after JayZ gave her the G infection.
I think about what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think about what I'm gonna do.
Foxy Brown reportedly said that during one of her private meetings with JayZ, there was a video recording made. This meeting wasn't really private because another famous person was there too, Jamie Foxx, who is known for playing Wanda on the comedy show In Living Color. Foxy's story got even more complicated when she said JayZ made her sign several non-disclosure agreements, or gag orders, about a private moment involving all three of them: herself, Jamie Foxx, and JayZ. She claimed this was a three. The shocking part came when the videotape of that meeting disappeared from her home soon after. Foxy strongly believes JayZ was involved in making the tape go missing, which makes people suspicious. But that's not all. Foxy also talked about another secret side of JayZ's life. She hinted that JayZ might have had a closer relationship with Larry Johnson, a former NBA player, than just being friends. This seemed possible because JayZ had once lived with Larry, who was connected to JayZ's clothing brand, Rocawear. Foxy didn't hold back when talking about JayZ's wife, Beyoncé. She spoke very openly and wasn't kind about her. Foxy even claimed that Beyoncé had been infected by JayZ, meaning she was affected by his actions in a negative way. Fans say their music wasn't just about talent, it was a partnership based on respect. They believe Diddy and JayZ didn't show that kind of respect. The song The Monster was a huge hit, but many fans think it had a deeper meaning than it first appeared.
I'm friends with the monster that's under my bed.
The lyrics talk about inner struggles, but some people think the song was also a secret message about the problems Rihanna was facing in private. Maybe she was fighting the monsters of the music industry itself. The pressure from JayZ and Diddy and how they controlled her career could have been too much for her to handle. A conspiracy theory making the rounds online claims that Beyoncé might somehow be linked to Wendy Williams' recent diagnosis of frontotemporal dementia and progressive aphasia, which was officially announced in 2023. Fans digging through old clips have pointed to a moment from 2011, when Wendy made headlines by questioning whether Beyoncé was actually pregnant. On her talk show, Wendy aired a clip from an Australian interview where Beyoncé's baby bump seemed to fold strangely under her dress, sparking rumors that she might be wearing a fake belly. At the time, Wendy commented,
"What is that? Is that a baby bump? I don't know. I was on bed rest the whole time. I'm not exactly sure. But I can tell you, when I would get out of the bed and sit up at a kitchen table, I wouldn't be able to sit like that."
During her own pregnancy, Wendy Williams once said she couldn't sit like Beyoncé did because she was worried about her back and the baby's safety. Recently, a user on X brought this up again. They shared a video of Wendy talking about Beyoncé's baby bump with the caption, "What happens after messing with Beyoncé and JayZ?" After that clip, the video shows how Wendy's health started to decline, and now some people believe her troubles began because she spoke about Beyoncé. Given Beyoncé and JayZ's power and how they've handled critics in the past, people are starting to connect the dots. On top of Wendy's health issues, her legal guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, has just filed a sealed lawsuit against A&E Television Networks, the company that owns Lifetime. This happened right before the release of a documentary about Wendy's life, and it seems the Guardian is trying to protect her from something in the film. The court documents were shared by Page 6.
Wendy Williams is being labeled as crazy, substance abuse, out of her mind, and now we have this progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia.
The exact details of the lawsuit are still unknown because the case is sealed. However, it's clear that Sabrina Morrissey is asking for a temporary restraining order and an order to explain why an injunction should be granted. This restraining order might be used to stop the documentary or any related projects from coming out. But Wendy's problems don't stop there. A family friend shared in a recent radio interview that Wendy moved to Florida in 2023. Radio host Miss Jones said that when she tried to do a wellness check on Wendy, the staff at Wendy's old home told her it was several months too late. Did they sell the unit? Is it on the market? Reaction to the shocking revelation, going on to add, "They said, well, you know what happened? She was getting better, she was coming around, and then she started getting sick again. Because her family's in Florida, and people were coming in her circle that they weren't familiar with. Like, they couldn't get access to her when they wanted, they moved her down to Florida." This has raised worries within Wendy's family about her team possibly taking advantage of her. Wendy's son spoke out, claiming that her team was making decisions for her and even cutting her off from access to her own bank accounts.
You know, the legends, KRS-One, you know, you put me in there and all of a sudden it's like, oh no, Wendy's a talk show lady. No.
She believes that it is all because of the elites like Diddy and JayZ of the industry. It's widely acknowledged that JayZ, along with his wife Beyoncé, has amassed an impressive number of Grammy wins, solidifying their status as major recipients of the prestigious award. However, Kanye West has recently expressed growing frustration, particularly directed at JayZ. Kanye's concerns have intensified, fueled by the belief that JayZ's influence and connections within the industry might have played a role in Kanye's own disappointments at the Grammy Awards.
There's people I know that tweeted or were texting each other like, he's giving codes away, giving codes away.
In a 2009 episode of the Wendy Williams Experience radio show, Wendy Williams shared a recollection from her time at Hot 97 where she claimed that Sean Diddy Combs had allegedly instructed members of Total, an all-female R&B trio associated with his Bad Boy record label, to confront her. She recounted the incident, stating, "I got off the air one day, them Total B were downstairs, and everybody upstairs at the radio station was looking down, egging it on, waiting for something to go down." Williams explained that her boyfriend at the time intervened and prevented the situation from escalating further. The internet comment you mentioned suggests that Wendy Williams had been exposing Sean Diddy Combs and others for their alleged misconduct while she was on the radio. The comment specifically claims that Diddy attempted to get Total, an R&B trio associated with his label, to confront her. While carving out his own unique path, Kanye West became more and more convinced that some artists were getting special treatment in the music industry. He felt like there was too much attention on JayZ's successes, which only stoked a sense of rivalry between them. Even though JayZ wields incredible influence, Kanye's determination hasn't wavered. He kept speaking out against what he saw as an unfair system, challenging the established norms of the industry. Throughout his relentless journey, Kanye found a way to establish his own distinct identity in the music scene. Interestingly, he also brought to light a connection between JayZ and numerology that many believe plays a huge role in the rapper's extensive power and influence today.
JayZ. Good business.
Now, with Diddy's raids at his house, many tapes were found, and you never know what it could contain. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.